It is Summer Games Fest week, officially. Now, I have no idea if Kingdom Hearts 4 is actually going to show up at this event or not, but I sure do hope so. But following the screenshots with the announcement that Square Enix is going to be at Summer Games Fest, definitely puts the event in high hopes for Kingdom Hearts fans. Today, I wanted to bring attention to an aspect of the screenshots we got towards the middle of May that a lot of my viewers have been discussing about. And yes, we're going to talk about these two lights that are hitting Gigaside, as I've been calling him, in the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer and, well, these screenshots as well. A lot of people are looking at these two beams of light and they're thinking these are two separate characters. Some people thinking this is Sora and Strelitzia. I've heard things like Yozora is the other character. I've heard Riku. I have heard it all. I've heard the Master of Masters somehow. Like, why is he helping them out here? I've been hearing a lot of crazy talk about who is this other beam of light, because as you can see at the tip, one is yellow, one is blue. Who knows? Maybe we'll find out the answer in a trailer at Summer Games Fest, or maybe we won't. I don't know. Speaking of Summer Games Fest though, I will be streaming the event this Friday live right here on Twitch and YouTube. And if you want to stay notified for when that event happens, hit that subscribe button with bell notifications on. So let's continue the speculation. Now, when I originally saw this in the screenshot, this was not the screenshot that stood out to me the most among the many others. I mean, we have the new look at Sora, we got playable Mickey, Strelitzia. We've seen these screenshots. We probably looked at these screenshots so many times over the past couple of weeks, like we're probably tired of talking about it at this point. But hey, this was the first piece of news we got about Kingdom Hearts 4 in over 3 years, which is sad and a little crazy. So when I first saw these two beams of light, I originally didn't even notice the two separate colors. I mean, it should be obvious, right? You see the yellow hitting the dark side and the blue one just kind of like whiffing him a little bit. I interpreted this as both of these were probably just two beams of light. One is hitting him and the other one is, you know, still like lighting up the sky. So I thought that yellow was just like the hit effect of it, you know, like when something blows up, creates that big spark, that fire, that burst of energy. That's why I interpreted it as. But other people are interpreting this as different characters, and I've mentioned some of those names earlier. Now, is it possible these are two separate characters? Yeah, but I just don't know who it would be, because I feel like this is definitely the tutorial fight of the game, and while it would be super crazy for the tutorial segment to start with like another character, another Keyblade wielder, even perhaps already like helping out and like being there, you know, to help out Sora with this battle, I kind of always imagined that Strelitzia would just be sending Sora on this fight, or Sora will be helping like the people in this fight on his own accord, because, you know, he's Sora, he's going to help, and Strelitzia is kind of just in the back watching, like used to this. Now I don't know though, like I have no idea like what Strelitzia's intentions and whatnot are here. I've made many theories about Strelitzia. I don't know if this even is the real Strelitzia. Want to watch that video? Go ahead, check it out. If I did have to say who these two other characters are, I'm gonna throw out probably even crazier guess, because these are two characters that a lot of people are forgetting about in Kingdom Hearts, and that is Magia and Aegis. Now these characters were originally in the removed cutscene from Kingdom Hearts 3 that did appear in the premiere demo to Kingdom Hearts 3 that a lot of people got to play before the game came out in 2018, where Rex actually does say the name Magia and Aegis, and this is after that big CGI Verum Rex cutscene plays. These are essentially Yozora's two party members, or two companions that we see in that trailer. Even though they are human, I think they're meant to contrast the roles that Donald and Goofy played to Sora, because they both seem to be magic and defensive. Now, I don't blame anyone for forgetting about these characters, because we only saw them once, and if you don't know about the removed cutscene, you probably don't even know who they are, what their names are. But I actually think these characters are going to be in Kingdom Hearts 4 in some way, shape, or form, and I think these characters we might even meet before Yozora. Now, I know we're getting into that rambly theory mode a little bit, but let's keep the ball rolling. So I'm thinking potentially, what if Sora does have party members in Quadratum? And what if they're not Donald and Goofy, but instead they're Magia and Aegis? Because like I said, these two are clearly, in my opinion, meant to represent Donald and Goofy. I mean, we clearly see Aegis using the shield, we see Magia, magic, using magic throughout that entire trailer, and I think they're definitely meant to contrast that dynamic throughout the game. Now, I don't think we're going to be straight up stealing Yazora's party members, but maybe for a short time, I think that could be something possible. Now, that's my theory for if it is 2 characters. My theory or hard guess for who it could be outside of maybe those 2 possible, which I think will be interesting, is Quadratum's military. I mean, I don't think it's a shot in the dark to think that a world that's meant to represent the real world, like an actual area in Japan. I mean, we already seen off of these screenshots how people are comparing like these shots to actual locations in Japan, and it's basically 1-to-1, like exactly the same. It's not like a shot in the dark to think that Quadratum has its own military that would try its best to take down a giant monster that appears out of the sky. I mean, I feel like if that happened in the real world, that's exactly what would happen. Like the military would come out and try and like destroy the thing. And if Quadratum, Verum Rex has all these similarities and comparisons being made to Versus 13 and Final Fantasy 15, then I definitely think there's going to be some sort of army or military that is present throughout the world of Quadratum. And maybe these like military are the people who like made the Gigas and made these things, and that's where the whole karma thing comes into play from what we saw in the back of the Verum Rex box art. There's a lot of factors that could play into this. I mean, this is meant to be a very different environment for Sora, so I expect to definitely see quite a bit of fantasy elements, but I really think Nomura is going to try to hone in on that aspect that he was talking about for games like Final Fantasy Versus 13 when they were still in development, a fantasy based on reality. This is reality, and the fantasy elements are going to blend into it. So I think we're gonna have a lot of like very realistic, very real world stuff mixed in with a lot of these crazy fantasy elements. For the most part, Kingdom Hearts has been pure fantasy and like cartoony. It has a lot of very serious plot points on top of that, of course, but Kingdom Hearts has been extremely like fantasy. So this is like the most comparisons we've seen to like a real world in Kingdom Hearts, maybe aside from like Big Hero 6 or something, honestly. So I think these elements are going to all mesh, and you're going to see a lot of these things within the first couple of hours of Sora's visit to Quadratum, or rather, you know, stay in Quadratum, because he's living there now, I guess. I mean, how does he get this new outfit even? Like, does he just wake up with this new outfit? Is this his KH4 outfit and what it looks like in Quadratum? Do you just automatically change design when you come here? I'm assuming so, actually. It's really cool to be thinking about stuff like this, because even though they were just screenshots for a lot of people, this really did kind of like bring back that Kingdom Hearts discussion and theorizing, like that motivation to really find out like, okay, what is happening here? How could this world look and play and be like? And you could be completely wrong about all of it, but it's just fun to think about, and I love that. I miss that so much for these past couple of years. I'm really hoping that sometime this summer or this year that we can end off 2025 at least having a trailer 2 for KH4. We get to see maybe a new Disney World, we get to see more of Quadratum, and just get to see what the gameplay is like, what that world, that atmosphere is like, before we can finally have the game in our hands, hopefully sooner rather than later. A lot of people are talking about that 2025, 2026, 2027 sort of like release area. I don't think 2025 is happening. I'm thinking late 2026 to early 2027. That's my genuine feeling about it, but I might make another video about that actually, because people have a lot of updated thoughts about the release window for Kingdom Hearts 4. Anyways, that will be all from me today. Thank you guys so much for coming out and showing your support. Once again, I will be live for Summer Games Fest on June 6th, but other than that, thank you guys for coming out. My name is Prodigy, and remember to be nice, be safe, and take care, everyone.